The Oklahoma Insurance Commissioner is promoting legislation that he says is supposed to benefit homeowners. But as Tulsa's investigative reporter Jana Clark found, others say it could actually help insurance companies if it passes. It's her latest FOX23 investigation.
We received this press release in our FOX23 newsroom inboxes from the Oklahoma Insurance Commissioner in December. Here's the headline. It talks about legislation coming in 2026 that would strengthen consumer protections. And you asked for this legislation, correct? Tell me why.
We're just trying to do what we can in a difficult market with homeowners insurance rates to help.
Oklahoma Insurance Commissioner Glenn Mulready asked Representative Mark Tedford from Jenks.
Those aren't factored into that ranking.
And Senator Aaron Reinhart.
I yield for questions.
Also from Jenks to author House Bill 2933. Both are Oklahoma lawmakers, but their main careers are working in the insurance industry. Senator Reinhart works as an agent for Bank First Insurance Services. Representative Tedford is the owner and CEO of Tedford Insurance in Jenks. Do you see that as a conflict of interest at all, that you've got insurance guys writing an insurance bill?
No, not at all. I think it's very typical that you have at the Capitol, and that is you have folks that have some level of expertise in topics. You know, you're not going to have your an insurance guy running an ag bill.
I met up with Representative Tedford at his insurance office to talk about the legislation.
In what way does the bill help homeowners?
This bill lowers the response time that insurance carriers have to respond to claims.
Representative Tedford says the bill offers a different, cheaper option for people than suing insurance companies: mediation.
This bill would make the mediation process mandatory on the carrier if the client goes through their complaint process. And then the mediation process is free to the insured. So that the idea is to try to get property claim disputes settled through mediation process instead of litigation.
Limiting litigation is what attorney Jacob Bybee thinks this bill is all about, and he doesn't think its intent is to help homeowners.
If this were to pass, who does that help?
Well, the insurance industry.
Jacob says his Tulsa law firm, Bybee Law Firm, has sued one particular insurance company many times the past few years, State Farm.
How many lawsuits would you say you filed against them?
Hundreds.
And Jacob says it's not just his firm filing lawsuits against State Farm.
Statewide, that there are an extensive number of lawsuits being filed. Something's not right.
I reached out to State Farm and asked about complaints and lawsuits against them. They said State Farm is committed to paying what we owe promptly, courteously, and efficiently. With every claim, we seek to provide our customers all benefits to which they are entitled within the terms of the insurance policy. I told you in December the Attorney General announced he's investigating State Farm and filed a motion to intervene in a lawsuit. What do you intend to do?
We can see the settlement behavior of State Farm throughout the state and see if there's a custom and practice of paying 100 times the claim if you have an attorney and 0 if you don't. And if that's the case, there's going to be a reckoning with State Farm.
When Jacob read through the bill, he paused on page 39.
When you saw it, what did you think?
I thought that it was mind-boggling that that in light of what's come out involving State Farm, that our insurance commissioner and legislature would think that the way to combat this problem with State Farm is to give them protections if they're sued.
This part of the bill says if you sue an insurance company about your home or business and you win, you cannot collect attorney's fees and court costs.
So if it's about your home or about your business?
Correct.
And is that most of the cases that you deal with?
Yes.
He says so many people with State Farm insurance feel like they have no other choice but to file a lawsuit because of so many delays or denials.
If it weren't for lawsuits, would they get any resolution?
No, the threat is these insurance companies having to face 12 jurors in a jury box.
It's burnt all the way across the ridge, all the way to the top.
Kenny Cox told me his Broken Arrow home caught on fire. 2 independent engineers said the home is a total loss. Still, months later, Kenny says he can't get State Farm insurance to agree, so he's finally decided to sue.
Because I wasn't getting nowhere with State Farm. You know, I'm tired of being lied to, changing in the middle of everything, and no response. It's horrible. the way they do people.
So you feel like it's a last resort?
Yeah, I want to be back in my house.
Jacob says when people win their lawsuits, State Farm typically has to also pay their court costs and attorney fees.
Attorney fees in these types of cases can average into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. So if you have, hundreds of lawsuits against State Farm, and the prevailing party is the plaintiff, the homeowner, and they have to pay those attorney fees plus their own attorney fees, you're talking $100 million or more of risk to the company.
What if that was taken away?
That's what State Farm wants.
The original headline touts the legislation would strengthen consumer protections and address rising homeowners insurance costs.
Do you think that's true?
No.
So ultimately, this bill, who does it help?
This bill, in practice, would help the insurance companies. You can read a headline, but the reality is that page 39 of that bill, where it deals with the attorney fee provision, that language alone has the power to impact, hundreds of millions of dollars of risk and take it away from the insurance companies and just wipe it out.
In this bill, if you sue an insurance company and you win, you no longer can get attorney's fees and court costs. Do you think that helps the insurer?
Well, they can certainly argue that. I will point to the state of Florida and changes that they made that greatly improved their market.
Commissioner Mulready told me Florida implemented similar changes, and the number of lawsuits went down. And then after that, the cost of premiums went down too. That's why proponents point to mediation as a better solution.
Mediation is a less costly way to handle disputes than litigation.
Do you really feel like this bill is helping the homeowner, or is there a chance that it's really helping the insurer?
It's kind of a give and take a little bit. Yeah, this provision is something that would help the carrier some. I think it would also lower costs for everybody. But again, it's a package deal. Everybody kind of gets something. Everybody kind of gives something on it.
Jacob says whatever you think, you need to let your representatives know.
The legislators will listen, but constituents have to call. They have to email. They have to voice this and let people know how much this is truly affecting them.
Covering news that matters. Jana Clark, Fox 23 News.
Jana also asked State Farm if they wanted to weigh in on the House bill, but she did not hear back.
Do you have a tip or issue that you think Jana Clark should investigate? Let us know. Email Fox23 Investigates at fox23.com or call 918-388-5354 or search Fox 23 Jana Clark on Facebook.